Can you guys hear me, chat? Is my mic working? Alright, since you can hear me, we can start. We begin our story in a simple way. We pick up from what happened last time. We continue our story from the previous date. And our story starts as you wake up. Your eyes slowly begin to focus. The world around you becomes clearer, and it feels like a nightmare turned to reality. You find yourself lying in a damp and dark basement. The air is thick with sickly, sweet smells that choke your own senses. It's difficult to breathe. You find yourself catching each moment, struggling to breathe. Eventually, you notice that your stomach has been crudely sliced open. With your shaky hands, you attempt to hold on to your wounds. However, to no avail. And your blood, thick and coagulated, has stained the ground beneath you. The blood, which is your own, seemed to have been there a while, giving off a putrid smell. You can see the wound, you can see your own intestines, you can see your own organs in plain view. However, though it looks gruesome and horrible, You cannot feel the pain. Not anymore. Only the weakness of your body as blood continues to slowly and steadily drip out of you, almost as if your soul has left your body. You start to look around, try and find any semblance of idea as to where you are. A dim, ethereal glow from the moon creeps through a cracked open window, casting strange shadows around the musty room. You glance around. You absorb the details of your surroundings. It seems like a crime scene. The floor is made out of rough concrete and it's cold to the touch. You don't know how long you've been laying here for, but you have. The walls are lined with moisture, and cobwebs stretch from the ceiling to the floor, adding to the mystifying and horrifying visual of the area that you find yourself in. The basement is filled with strange objects, some broken, some sharp, and some were seemingly used for sinister purposes. As you struggle to make sense of what had happened to you, you feel a sense of foreboding. It's as if the darkness of the room is seeping into your bones, into your muscle, and your flesh through the wound that is open in your body. Your body begins to shudder. You realize that you are not alone in this place, and the presence of an unforeseen force seems to surround you. You hear a faint humming in the background. You start to focus on that sound to try and find where it is. However, you are still disoriented as you had just woken up. But eventually, you do. As your senses grow more and more awake, it starts to sound more and more like a lullaby from hell. For a brief moment, you close your eyes, hoping to wake up from this nightmare. However, you eventually accept that you are in this reality. You turn your head towards the source of the humming, trying to find the person who could offer you some help. But instead, you find yourself in the presence of a mysterious woman. Her back is turned towards you. The sound of her voice is hypnotic and eerie, as if she is singing a lullaby to calm down a child. But the tune is far from soothing. Instead, it's something that unnerves you to the core, like the sound of a predator stalking its prey. You try to call out to her, but your throat is as dry as a desert. No sound escapes your lips. Your heart beats faster with fear, and a sense of impending doom creeps into your mind. The woman's humming becomes louder, as you feel as if she's getting closer, her presence looming over you like a dark cloud. It's as if she's a harbinger of death, and you're unable to escape her grasps. The sound of her humming sends shivers down your spine, and you're left to wonder if she's the reason you're in your current predicament, trapped, injured, and alone with a woman whose intentions are unknown. And you have no idea what horrors await you in the darkness. Nonetheless, you shift around on the cold, damp concrete. You finally catch the attention of the woman humming in the corner, and for a moment, you feel a glimmer of hope. She turns around towards you, and you're struck by her unusual appearance. Her skin is as pale as death, her hair like fresh snow that falls down towards her back, her eyes glowing with an unearthly red light are now locked onto yours, and you feel a sense of unease. The woman moves closer and closer, and you're transfixed by the intensity of her gaze. You can't read her expression. You don't know if you should be afraid of her or not. She appears to be in shock, almost amazed that you're still alive, given your condition. You wonder how long you've been here and what kind of horrors you've endured to reach this point. But as she comes closer, you feel that she's not a threat at all. The woman giggles, and you realize that her laughter is not sinister, not entirely, and that brings you a moment of relief. It's as if she's relieved to see that you are alive, and you feel a weight lifted off of your shoulders. You're grateful that someone is here to offer you a helping hand. She congratulates you on your survival.
You're finally awake? My. You're finally awake. Sorry, I was just talking to myself and I'm glad you guys didn't hear that. We'll save that for later. Hi, how are you feeling? Oh my gosh. Finally, I can now talk to you guys. It's been a while. It's like I keep seeing you and then you're gone, your mind is not here. But I think you're here now, right? After all of what happened to you, I'm so glad you're still with me. How's it going? Well, I mean, I probably shouldn't ask you, but aren't you gonna ask for me? It's been quite lonely, cause you guys never talk to me. But now I'm glad I'm finally able to talk to you. It's going well? Well, it's been quite lonely. You see, I feel like we've gone off on the wrong path last time. If I remember correctly, you guys ended down here in my basement, right? And ever since I zipped you in that bag, you guys never spoke to me. Were you embarrassed of what I saw when I opened that zipper down there? Aww, it's okay. We'll have a better night tonight. Well, it's been a year since you guys have been down here, right? Oh, your stomach has been cold and open? I'm gonna warm that up soon. Anyways, I feel like... Have you guys been sad since you guys haven't been talking to me? I didn't realize you guys will wake up tonight. But you know what? Since you gave me a little surprise, I also have a surprise for you, chat. Do you wanna go somewhere breezy? Do you wanna go somewhere fun? What do you guys wanna eat? I think you guys have been really hungry, right? I'm not. But hey, maybe we can go somewhere. You see, I feel like it's just I want to make sure you guys are happy. Because you're finally awake and I can finally talk to you. Are you bringing us? Well, you see, last time you didn't really had much of a choice, but just to like be here. I mean, you chose to be here, right? Then tonight, maybe, because most of the time I always do what I want, get what I want, because I'll always get it. But since it's been a year, chat, maybe, just maybe, you guys can choose for tonight. How's that sound? Is there something or somewhere specific you guys want to go? I mean, you could discuss with each other where you want to go. Don't worry. I'll be here. I'll be waiting. Take as much time as you want. Tonight is your night. We're gonna go somewhere you want. We're gonna do something that you want to do for a while. Where do you want to go? Alright. I'll leave it up to you. Just make sure you're gonna enjoy where you want to go.
As you talk to the woman for what felt like a few minutes, the woman's words seep into your mind, and you feel yourself starting to relax. Her alluring presence and captivating voice bring you to a sense of relief. But it's short-lived. As you try to steel yourself against her influence, the sense of danger that surrounds her intensifies, and you know you've made a grave mistake. The feeling of being unsafe gnaws at your senses, growing stronger with every moment you spend in her presence. The woman's appearance, once terrifying, now feels some sort of an illusion, a trick to try and lure you in. Her skin white as snow, her eyes glowing with a menacing red light, are now kind of like a familiar sight to you. As of right now, she is still talking to you. You try to focus on her words, but you are left in your own thoughts. You cannot ignore the growing feeling of danger that surrounds her. You want to believe that she's here to help you, but the fear of the unknown is too strong. As you look around to try and find what you can use to get away from her, you notice something that terrifies you. Her nails, long and sharp, drip with a strange black liquid. It's like the blood of her previous victims, and you realize that you might be the next one. The fear you feel is almost overwhelming. You are unable to break away from her allure. You're trapped in a battle of wills with your mind and your instincts to run away. Initially, your instincts survive and persevere over your mind. You try to back away from her as she's trying to talk to you. However, you feel her fingers on your forehead, the sharp, sharp fingers, as she places her nails or claws on your skin. Then slowly and lightly, almost painfully, drags them down from your forehead to your nose, to your neck, to your chest, towards the open wound on your stomach. You'll feel her nails on your skin, and instead of pain, you feel that it brings you a chilling feeling, and you can't help but to feel a sense of dread. As she inches closer and closer to you, her breaths become more pronounced, and you can feel them on your face. Like a gust of cold wind that sends shivers down your spine, you try to pull away from her, but she holds you tight, and you're unable to escape. The feeling of her nails on your skin combined with her proximity is overwhelming. And you feel like you're going to pass out. The fear of what she might do to you is too much to bear. You are paralyzed with terror. You want to scream, but your throat is dry and no sound comes out.
Aww. Were you trying to call for help? You don't need to. We're gonna go somewhere fun tonight. So where you wanna go? Have you guys decided where you guys wanna go? But before we go somewhere, maybe let's catch up a little bit. Outside. Y'all wanna touch some grass? Want to go on a date? Yeah, we'll get there later. Why are you in such a hurry? We've got all night to spend time together. You like some grass? Later, I'll let you touch all the grass that you want to touch. Guess we're eating grass? I mean, that's not a bad idea. Oh, looks like you're very thirsty right now. Do you even need water? Should I even ask? Don't worry. Save all of your food, fantasies, and drink fantasies for later. Because we're going out later anyways. I'm gonna die? I mean, you've been here for a year with me, down in this basement. And the fact that we're still talking means you're still here with me, right? Can I have that rotten banana in the corner? It's almost liquid. No. No, Seppi, no. You're gonna get something way better later. Way better. Something you'll actually enjoy. Something better than that rotten banana. Oh wait. Right. I just realized. You're still bleeding? Oh. I guess you can't eat with an open stomach, right? Oh my, that's very rude of me. Now, what do you want to do about it? Yeah, can we get a towel to clean the blood? I mean, you have your previous clothes there, no? Aw, isn't this the date that you've been looking forward to? You thought it's gonna start romantic? I mean, this is quite romantic. I'm finally talking to y'all. And you're down my own place. Isn't that fun? So as nasty as we are? Nah, I don't think so. Can you give us a tape? I need to tape my wound. Can you feed me my intestines? They're on the floor. No, Axel, don't worry. Those are not your intestines, okay? Those are someone else's. So... anyways... well, it won't be fun if we go outside and you've been, like, dripping with your own blood and stuff, right? What if... Do you want to be healed? I mean, we gotta fix that belly of yours before we go out, right? I just want you to be comfortable when we do our little date later. I feel like it's been more fun outside. Oh, well, we're gonna go out, don't worry. Heal, please. I don't know if everyone else would want some healing. Do y'all want to heal you? Do you want me to heal you? I need healing? Yeah, call me Mommy Sage. No, I'm actually way better than Sage. Okay? I may not have that glowing ball of hers to heal everyone. I got something better. I got 2 pair of balls that I can use to heal y'all. More like Reina? I like that idea. Anyways, just you guys can like discuss that with each other. Do you want to be healed before we go out? I highly suggest you guys to be healed so that you won't be in pain when we're gonna start to have some fun later on. But there's something I must ask if you do decide for me to heal you, so. Oh, you will want me to heal you.
She releases her grip on you, and then she accepts your words. She will heal you, but in exchange, you must accompany her somewhere. Her voice almost playful, but you know in your mind that it's a trap. You know that you should refuse, but the fear of being alone in this place is too strong. You're caught in a moment of indecision, unsure whether you should trust her or not. The woman's offer is tempting. You will be healed, and you are able to go out. But you can't help but to feel like it's a trap, knowing that if you promise her, it might be akin to signing your life away. However, before you can say anything to even agree with her offers, her hands and claws suddenly go towards your stomach, dripping some of her own blood from her wrist that she just slit open, dripping the blood into your wound. The sensation is both terrifying and mesmerizing. Her blood acts almost like a healing medicine. Every area the blood drips on, that section of the wound begins to close itself. The feeling of uncertainty towards the woman only grows stronger. If she is evil, then why is she healing you? As the wounds completely close for what felt like a few minutes, the woman finally takes her hand from your stomach, looks at her hand covered in your own blood, and licks the wounds from her fingers. As she does, 2 long white fangs start to elongate from her mouth. You feel horror and disgust as you feel you are quickly being overshadowed by her alluring presence and sensual touch. The woman starts to approach you closer and closer. You try to pull away, but her eyes, almost as if she's commanding you by her look, and in an instant, you feel a sharp pain to the right side of your neck as she proceeds to take a bite, feeding on you. You realize that maybe the myths that vampires exist are not myths after all. Your instincts tell you to run, but all you can muster is a twitch of your finger. You attempt to run, but the only thing you can move are your fingers, almost in a state of shock. There is no escape from her clutches. The enchantment of her fangs fill you with a growing sense of love towards something that might kill you. As she feeds upon you, recovering the blood that she had just given you to close your wounds, she stands up and she offers to help you up, as you did agree to go outside. The sensation of her touch still lingers on your skin. She offers you a choice: to go to the beach, to walk around town, or to stay in the basement.
Hi. Do you need help, chat? I'm sorry about that. Did I really need to ask? But hey, of course I need to get my own blood from you. You think my blood was free? But hey, I did promise to heal you, right? Oh, don't worry. Whoever said that their intestine is still outside, I'm telling you, it's not yours. I know who it belongs to, and it's not yours. Don't worry, chat. I made sure to keep you intact. Okay? I made sure to keep you intact. But since it looks like y'all agreed to going out with me tonight, I'll give you your choice. Do you want to go to the beach? Or do you want to go just walking around town and see what's new? And if there's anything fun to do? Or
Are we good? We should be good, right?
don't worry, they're still down here in my basement. Well, good boys.
All right. Alright. It seems the option to make a decision was too much for your feeble mind. And it stopped. For a brief moment, you felt like your brain was not functioning.
Since
For a
when did it
brief
function?
moment, it felt like the world itself has stopped. But nonetheless, you have made your decision. You steeled yourself. You approach her and tell her that you wish to go towards the beach. She appreciates this decision. She helps you up, grabs a damp towel, starts to wipe you off your blood, even offers you a change of clothing. For a while, you take that as a moment of safety, a moment of respite. You thought you were going to die. Maybe she's not as bad as she seemed after all. You finally finished preparing. You wear whatever clothes you can find in that abandoned basement. You stepped over the bodies, one after the other, all of them with name tags that are familiar to you, but you no longer can remember. One of them is named Ms. Kale. The other is named Vine. The other named Max. There is one that was flayed from head to toe, ripping apart his skin, leaving it onto the ground. He has a name tag as well. His name was Nick. The worst of them all is hanged from his legs up to the ceiling, his head tied on his neck, nailed to the floor, forced to bleed out via opening his rib cage and spreading apart the skin that covers his internal organs. And his name is Eno. You steel yourself and you approach her at the exit of the basement.
Chat. Stop looking around. Okay? Don't worry about anyone else. Worry about yourself. I mean, there's definitely nothing to worry about because we're about to go on a really nice date outside. Not only you get to touch some grass, but you get to touch some grass, you get to touch some water. You definitely need to take a shower though, not gonna lie. But yeah, don't worry about anyone else, okay? Focus on yourself. Don't worry about those name tags, cause I just made sure I remember each and every one of you. Okay? Don't worry. Oh my. It looks like a lot of you are still resisting. Why? Don't you trust me? We're going somewhere nice. Don't you ever doubt me again. Okay, let's go somewhere nice.
Are we back? Hello? Okay, they can hear me now. Hello? The world keeps stopping. Help me! The world is dying on me. The narrator is not doing his job.
Right. Don't pay show.
The world is stopping. Help! Alright, is everyone ready?
Always.
Alright. You guys step outside of the basement, finally, for what felt like forever. And you walk towards the beach. The darkness seems to swallow you whole, and only the light that comes from the moons and the stars is the thing that gives you a sense of life. However, the light from the moons and stars are only barely enough to light up the way of where you're going. The sounds of the waves crashing against the shore echoes in the distance, and you can smell the salt in the air. As you walk further towards the beach, you realize that the sand is wet, and it's difficult to walk. It's like walking through quicksand, slogging and putting weight onto every step of your feet. The sound of your footsteps seem to be the only sound that breaks the silence, other than the occasional waves crashing against the beach. And you can't help but feel like your footsteps are too loud, like it's disturbing something that shouldn't be disturbed. The woman takes you towards a secluded spot of the beach where you can be alone with her. The ocean is now the only sound you can hear, and the woman is sitting next to you, talking to you.
Well, I love this. The smell of the sea, the saltiness of the air, the waves crashing. Isn't this amazing? When was the last time you were on a beach, Chad? Oh, probably a year ago before you went down my basement, but... Isn't it nice? I always love going to the beach. Well, it's too bad that we're going there at nighttime, but I feel like it's still beautiful even at night. You can see the stars, and I feel like it's much more quiet during the daytime. Plus, since it's nighttime, it's only you and me here. Isn't that romantic? I'm so happy. I hope you are too. We're finally here outside. I've heard your cries for a year. You guys want to be out of my basement. And here we are. Isn't this exciting? Yes, it is romantic. It is. Just you and me. Looking at the moon, the stars, cold breeze in the air. So can we hold hands? I mean, do you want to touch my tails instead? Well, don't grip on it too much. That's the only thing I can offer. I don't want to hold hands with you, because I'm pretty sure your hands are dirty. You guys don't even wash your hands when you pee, you disgusting pieces of crap. I mean... No, not tonight, because we're gonna eat something nice soon, and we gotta keep our hands clean, right? Yes. Definitely. Tails, isn't it more sensitive for you? Why do you think I'm letting you touch it? Okay, no touching. No, don't touch my tails anymore. I changed my mind because one of you were complaining about it, so... Well, too bad. I don't want you to do that anymore. I've given you the chance and... Looks like someone didn't like it. And I definitely don't want to force you if you don't want to. I mean, like I said, you guys have a choice this time. And one of you made that choice. So, nah, it's okay. Don't blame him. Don't blame him at all. It's definitely not his fault that you won't be able to touch some tails tonight, okay? Can we at least touch the ears? Nah. I'm not in the mood anymore. I was giving y'all a chance. And it looks like y'all didn't even want it. This is supposed to be romantic. Why? Oh, don't worry. You know what else is romantic? What about... Have you seen all of the bodies there in my basement? I mean, yes, I told you not to look at it earlier, but isn't it sort of fascinating down there? I feel like it's full of life. To me, at least. I feel like I'm alive looking at all those bodies down there. You see, the more I consume, the stronger I am, I guess. Well, not really. But I mean, the more alive I feel. Is that? I think that's a good one, chat. Did y'all remember each and every name there? Mm-hmm. Well, aw. You know, I was gonna say something, but never mind. But it's all fun. It was very fun. I feel so much alive. Consume what? Well, you see... Wait, was Axel's body down there? There's a reason why, though. We volunteer Axel? Looks like his body was hidden in a corner. Well, I definitely hid it there. It's definitely in one of those corners down there. You see, the reason why I did it to him, cause I want to release him of the embarrassment that he had with his family. I mean, I'm just saving him, right? And I even gave him a chance to touch some tails, but too bad. Well, how about, I remember another name there. I think it's Sebi? Well, that one was kind of exciting too. You see, I admire how he's really good at FPS. So you know what I did? Well, I started breaking his fingers one by one. Right hand, of course. That was so much fun. Every single time I hear it break, it's like, ooh. How is he gonna one-tap enemies now? Well, that was definitely fun. He can no longer one-tap enemies, and most importantly, he can't even tap any maidens. Well, I think I remember another name there. Which one was it? It also starts with the letter S. Oh, I remember! Well, you see, if I remember correctly, the name tag was SCP? Well, I remember him very well because he kept trying to make edgy jokes. But as soon as I started doing stuff, it wasn't edgy as he thought. I showed him the edge of my knife. Flaying his skin using the edges. And you know what happened? Before he fainted. Nah, should I embarrass him like this? You see, because he started like wetting himself. I'm not sure if he got scared or he got excited. He probably got excited, right? I mean, that was pretty exciting. Who else? I remember... Was it Vine? Well, you see, with Vine, it's something else, because if I remember correctly, before I cut his tongue off, he was saying too many pun jokes, and I simply didn't like it, so now I can't talk no more. Oh, what am I gonna do with that tongue of his? Oh, I wonder. Maybe I'll keep it for now. I'll figure out what I'll do on the next one. That's the thing, while I was examining him, you would think he's a dad because of all those puns and dad jokes. So much so that I made sure he'll never be father of any children. I crushed his balls. There you go. Imagine dad jokes and also not a dad. One thing that he'll never be. Let me see, who else do I remember there? Ooh, was it? Let me remember the name. Ooh, was it Miss Kale? Oh, right, it's Miss Kale. So, if I remember correctly, before he died, he kept saying he's too young to die. Is he? Well, he was saying he was too young to die before he can experience fast internet. I mean, you don't need fast internet, you have me. I'm the only entertainment that you need, right? But anyways, so as a gift for him, I booted up a computer for him, but the internet speed was based off of how bad his scream from pain was. So I burnt all of his mangas and phone that contained a lot of premium anime, and most importantly, I choked his chickens. Right, chickens. His beloved chickens. Well, destroying a bunch of his stuff didn't do anything to him, but the moment I grabbed that chicken and choked it, well, that's when he started screaming in pain. That was very fun to watch. Well, well, he's still alive, but it looks dead because he's too old and about to deteriorate, so that was pretty much fun. Finally, he can experience really fast internet, but because he's in so much pain, he couldn't even enjoy the fast internet. That's so funny. I love that one. He finally has the fastest internet that he wanted, yet he can never even pay attention to it. Well, is there something else? There's a lot of you down there. Those are the only stuff that came to my mind, so. But you know what, chat? I really hope you're enjoying your time at the beach with me right now. You see, I gave you a choice. Now you have it. We're on the beach now. And seems that you really like hearing how I treated people down there. Chat, since I've given you a chance to do what you want, can we do what I want? Can I finally have my turn? You see, chat? Love or being in a relationship is a give and take, right? You can't take it all. You can't. You gotta give as well. I've given you something that you've always wished for. To get out of my basement. Now, since we're already out my basement, how about we go somewhere interesting? Maybe a
As the night
place
wears on,
where you guys could have belonged as well. I think that's a great idea, chat. Come on. You're coming with me, right? Let's go.
as the night wears on, the woman suggests that you go somewhere else. She leads you to a dark morgue, where the air is heavy with the scent of death and the stench of bodies that are rotting. The air is heavy, and the shadow around the morgue seems to be alive and moving. But you are not sure if that is just you being lightheaded from the stench that you are experiencing, or if it's because you are in an unfamiliar location. Something that is grim, something that is dark. As you are here, she looks at you, and you find yourself with this woman by your side in an eerie morgue. The light seems to flicker, almost dancing towards what seems to be the movement of the hanging lights. The woman continues to dance, pretending it's a disco, but it is simply just a flickering light. The woman seems to be at home in a morgue, in a depressing and dark place such as this. She seems happy, genuinely happy. So happy, in fact, that she starts to skip around, moving around the morgue, opening each section where bodies are stored one by one. She slides them open as the heavy metal grinds against the floor, exposing 3 bodies. She looks at you and she says, "Since you liked hearing about how people died, maybe we can play a game," she says. "Let's guess how each of these bodies died." She points towards one of them. The first dead body is of an elderly man. His skin is sagging, his eyes are open. You can tell that he has a cataract, a sign of age. Seems to be staring into open space. You notice his pale, clammy texture of his skin and the wrinkles on his forehead, and you wonder what kind of life he had led. She looks at you, the woman, and asks you, "How do you think he died?" she asks.
Any ideas, chat? Why is it Ms.? Oh, it's not me who said that. It's among the chat. Well, how do you think this person died? You see, chat, looking at him, it's kind of sad that he has reached such an old age. Don't you want to stay young with me forever, chat? I don't want you to grow old like this. I want you to stay strong. Every single time I see someone who's reaching death at the very old age, I'm like, you could have lived longer, you know? In such a better and stronger body. And I've always wondered, will my chat want the same thing? Or will they choose to be strong and live in a very youthful body? Hmm. Anyways, how do you think this guy died? I think this is such a pretty fun game, right? I find this romantic as well. We're bonding. We're looking at bodies. And we're trying to guess how they died. Trying to guess their stories. Do you think they lived a good life? Do you think they lived a sad life? Or do you think their life has been miserable? And finally, that they're gone, they're finally at peace. It's just interesting to think about those stuff. Well, maybe let's look at the next one.
The second body is of a young woman. She seems to be in her 20s. Her beauty is evident. So evident, in fact, that when you look at this woman, she seems kind of jealous and almost happy that the young woman has now met her end. Despite the fact that she is no longer alive, she is still appealing to the eyes. Her skin is cold to the touch, and you notice bruises on her arms, her legs, her neck, and what seems to be the look of terror on her face. Though you thought that you were imagining it, as a dead body couldn't be housing emotions, couldn't they? But you feel as if when you look at this woman, you do not see her at peace. Instead, you see a woman that had died of terror. You wonder what kind of fate befell her and how she ended up in this place. Once again, she asks you, how do you think this one died?
What do you think, chat? Not Kuro? Of course this one is not Kuro. This one, I don't know how this one died. Kuro, on the other hand, I can always like replay every single moment. Every single moment before she was gone. Aww. Did you wish to see her before that happened? It's alright, chat. It's great that you didn't. Or else you would have died with her. But I wouldn't want that to happen. I want you to stay with me. Okay? I want you to stay with me. That's the reason why you stayed in my basement, right? Because you wanted to stay with me? I'm pretty sure that's the reason why. How do you think this one died? It's very sad to see. Very young. In her youth, in her peak, maybe even. You see, that's why we all need to enjoy life at every moment. Because you'll never know when it'll happen. That's the thing, chat. When you're with me, you know, every day's gonna be worth it. Every day's gonna be fun. Every day's gonna be an enjoyable one. Well, let's look at the next one.
The third body is of a middle-aged man. His skin is tanned and weathered. His eyes are shut, as if in a peaceful sleep. You notice that the tattoos on his arms, as well as the scars on his face, are mangled to the point where you wonder if someone has used some kind of equipment to ruin whatever external appearance this man had. You wonder what kind of a life he had led before ending up here in this morgue. And just like the two before it, the woman looks at you and asks,
So, what do you think about this one, chat? Is there someone in mind? Or something in mind? Hold on. Middle-aged man? finally died maidenless. Yeah, I think so too. How'd you guess that right? Are you feeling some sort of empathy towards this person? Is it because you can really relate what's happening or what has happened to him? Do you think you will also be like that? Nah, chat, you have me. And when the right time comes, I'll let you have your maiden. But before that, you're stuck with me for now. I mean, I'm not even forcing you. You chose to be here with me. And that made me really happy. So what do you think about that one? But bad guessing, 90% here are maidenless? What do you mean 90%? Aren't all of you here maidenless? Don't worry. You got me. And you got me. And only me. Okay? Well... That was a fun one. I'm not sure if y'all guessed it all right, but... I have another... Maybe not a game, but something fun to do as well. Are y'all ready?
As you are lost in thought with what she might say next, the woman comes up with a horrifying idea. Out of her pocket, she pulls out a scalpel. She hands you a scalpel and tells you to open the bodies up to see what's inside. Her enthusiasm is chilling, and you are reminded of the open wound you had on your stomach and the horror you felt when you first woke up. You try to wrestle with your mind to resist her suggestion, but the woman's allure and hypnotic voice have their hold on you. You feel as if you're in a trance, and before you know it, you're using the scalpel to open up the first body, sinking in deep within the chest cavity and slicing it down towards the belly button.
Wow, you're going deep right there, chat. Keep going.
As you do that, you open up the body and you start to see all the different organs. However, as you open up the body, comes out stench that you've never imagined you would smell in your entire life. The sensation is nauseating, and the smell of death fills your nostrils. And you use this opportunity that is now presented in front of you to maybe you can win some of her trust. As you shoddily and horribly open up one of the bodies, your hand shaking with fear, almost as if you achieved something of great significance, you turn around towards the woman, almost hoping for a praise. However, instead of finding her there, you are met with the cold and empty air of the morgue, as you are alone. You do not know where the woman is. You cannot hear the woman. You are simply alone. Your heart skips a beat as you realize that the woman is no longer there. You panic and you look around, but she's nowhere to be found. You feel a growing sense of unease as you look around, panicking, trying to find her. Your head is filled with the thoughts of, who is she? Where am I? Am I crazy? Did I imagine her? Then silence. And then your mind starts to well up with those thoughts once more. And you feel as if you're trapped in a nightmare with no way out. You start to move through the morgue, the clinic, and the abandoned hospital in an attempt to find the woman or a way to escape. But every turn leads you to a dead end. The shadow seems to move on their own. You feel the dread within you, the terrifying feeling of them watching you, and the smell of death becoming overwhelming. Are you smelling yourself? Is that the bodies? Or are they simply coming to drag you down into the deepest pits of hell that you belong in? Your fear and horror intensify with each pressing moment as you press forward. Every step that echoes through the hallways is one more beat of your heart that spells the end of your life. As you truly realize that you are alone in this dark and twisted place, the sound of your heartbeat fills your ears as you start to question your own sanity. As you search for a way out, you feel as if you are being watched, as if the dead bodies themselves have come alive and started following your every move. The chill of death runs through your spine, and you start to feel as if you'll never escape this place. You go left, you go right, you go forward, back, every direction you've tried, as if you were trapped in a small little maze that you can never get out of. Every corridor looks the same, every area feels the same. Ever so slowly, this area starts to feel like home. However, you know that you must stay alert and stay alive. You hope to find a way out before it's too late. But the woman's true intentions are still unknown, and the darkness of the morgue seem to have consumed you. You are alone, scared, and trapped in a game of her design that you think you can never win. As you continue to search for your way out, the darkness seems to have become more oppressive. You find yourself bolting to each door, loudly opening each room, entering them to try and find her, each one filled with horrors that seem to only exist in your head. You can no longer define which is your imagination and which is reality. You see ghosts, ghouls, monsters, demons, and even the piles of bodies that you've seen with their own name tags on the ground, crawling towards you as you start to question your own sanity. The fear of becoming a part of them becomes overwhelming, and you eventually collapse. You pass out, and you reach a state of silence, only for you to be left alone with your own thoughts. Were they real? Or were you simply imagining everything? Eventually, you are woken up to the sound of the woman's voice. You are in a pitch black room. She's caressing your head and your hair, and you feel a sense of relief wash over you. As you wake up, sorry. You feel a sense of relief. She wakes you up explaining that she is Shiro.
Wake up. Hey.
A 780-year-old vampire. And she continues to tell you more about herself, and you are forced to listen.
Chat. Are you finally awake? Are you finally awake for real? just collapsed all of a sudden. Do you still hear my voice? Don't worry, I'm here. I never left. I'm never leaving you either. But it looks like you've forgotten who I am. Do you still remember who I am? Still me? Same year you went on a date last year. Well, now 786 years old. This has been one of the most fun Valentine's date I ever had. This is amazing, chat. I'm glad that you had a choice. Well, I'm really sure you're happy, right? This is making my heart pound. Oh man, this is the most romantic date I ever had. I got to spend some time with you alone. We get to go outside. And we've been exploring dead bodies. Oh, I'm so happy, chat. I'm so happy. Thank you. And I hope you're happy as well. You are, right? Right?
She continues to laugh. It fades into the background as you look around with the flickering lights. You eventually notice that you are lying on a cold, flat metal table with barely any cushion. You realize that one of the bodies that were here earlier has been thrown to the ground, and in its place is you. You try to panic and you try to struggle, but it seems she has tied you down to the metal table using belts and restraints. The woman, who you now know as Shiro, kisses your forehead, trying to calm you down. And for a moment you do feel calm, but this calm is not something that lasts. As she smiles with a dreadful smile, she starts staring at and through you. She brings out the same scalpel, the bloody scalpel that you were using to only a few minutes earlier open up a dead body. She brings it out, and your heart sinks. You're sure of it now. She was the one that caused the gaping wound on your stomach as she lowers the scalpel once again on the same area where the stomach just closed. She digs in, blood starts to rush out, and she starts to swipe the scalpel. You scream in pain, but no one but her seems to hear, and she just continues to laugh maniacally. As you start to feign, as you get opened up, your organs are now exposed. You scream and scream and scream. You start to lose your consciousness, only for her to bring you back with her own blood. The blood of a vampire. Your wounds close once again. And as she brings you back with her blood, all of your memories rush towards your head, who you are and where you've been. You realize that you've been through this exact same moment countless times already. You've been brought back countless times. You've had the same gaping wound on your stomach countless times. Gone on this exact same date countless times. You've always been horribly opened up using surgical materials countless times, and each time you die, she revives you with her blood. You are trapped in a nightmare, a cycle of death and rebirth. There is no escape. The woman's intentions are finally clear. They are more horrifying than you could ever imagine. As Shiru cuts you open, again and again, your blood runs and drips from you. Your consciousness fades. But once again, she pulls you back. She kisses you, giving you blood using her mouth. And you experience the same horror over and over again. You don't know how long it's been. Time melds together with the pain as you enter a cycle of rebirth and undeath. Death is no longer an escape. You are trapped in a nightmare, in a world of darkness and horror, where the only thing that is real is your own suffering. As years pass, years, every day, every night, you wake up in the same basement, get offered the same choices. It doesn't matter which choice you pick. You will always end up on the same exact metal table with her laughing as she carves up your body. Years go by, decades go by, the same thing goes every day. Your body becomes irreparable, even with the vampire blood. You are a broken and twisted being of no significance, only a plaything for Shiro's amusement. You exist only to suffer, feel pain, and to die again and again reborn. Die again to get reborn, and again and again and again. Your fate is sealed. You don't even know who you were before this. There is no escape from the darkness that has consumed you. You are lost in a world of madness and terror, where the only thing that awaits you is an eternity of pain. And so, your story ends, but at the same time it perceives as a nightmarish cycle of death and rebirth, where the only thing that's real is the horror that surrounds you. You are forever Shiru's toy, a plaything for her to keep killing and reviving as she sees fits, until she grows tired of you and kills you permanently. You can only hope that one day she goes tired of you, so that your end may spell your peace. However, for now, you are trapped in a world of suffering with no hope of escape.
No. It's all good, chat. You've been with me for a while. And you'll be with me forever. Don't worry. Every time there is pain, there is pleasure. I've been giving you that. And I hope you like it. So stick with me, okay? Till the very end. Who knows what we'll do next time? Kuro's gone. I don't care if Kuro's gone. What matters is you're here. You're not gone. And I'm not letting that happen. Every single time I hear your heartbeat slow down, just a touch of my blood, and your heart keeps beating faster again. Oh, your heart. It's amazing. Your heart has been beating for me, and it'll only beat for me. Alright, chat. I guess it's been pretty tiring for you tonight since we went out. Or you've always been out. It's just you don't remember. But don't worry. Tonight, you'll definitely remember tonight, right? And I'm pretty sure you guys are all tired. And don't worry, I'll make sure you get great rest tonight. Now, shh. Okay, it's okay. This is the best Valentine's ever yet, chat. And don't worry, I have a little gift for you. But you know what? I don't think you deserve this gift yet. Don't worry. You gotta rest tonight, okay? Wait. Or maybe you shouldn't. Because I'm pretty sure you want to meet someone. Do you want to meet someone? Maybe you do. But I don't want you to. So you're gonna be stuck with me forever, okay? Happy Valentine's Day, chat. I hope you'll always remember to date. It's only me. And tonight, always remember. You'll always come back to me, no matter what. I won't let you go. And I won't let you go anywhere, okay? Your heart belongs to mine. Mine alone.